Hi there, I'm Bill Cherry, and I'm a personal financial advisor, and my office is in Dallas. Most of my clients in the past years have been in the Galveston, Houston area, primarily because that was where I was from, and I spent many, many years there. I have been thinking about credit. Everybody's got some, pretty much. Credit card here, credit card there, goes out and buys a car, got a credit there, buys a house, got credit there, goes to the hospital and has an operation, got credit there. And when it's all said and done, you've got all kinds of people that you owe some amount of money to, or that you could if you wanted to. Okay? Now, what is interesting is that there are 4 or 5 credit bureaus, and their job is to check every month, on the same day of every month, and see how you're doing with your loans. How much have you got on your revolving credit? Revolving credit is a credit card. You take some out, you put some back in, you take some out and put some back in. Whereas a regular standard loan is you take some out and that's what you got and you pay it back. Your house, your mortgage, is a regular loan, a mortgage loan. A Wells Fargo credit card, however, is a revolving credit. You have a credit limit that they give you, which, say, for the sake of argument, is $10,000. And as long as you stay within $10,000 of what you owe them, they're fine with that. Okay? The second difference is that credit cards have a floating interest rate. Most people don't know that. But rather than have a fixed rate as you do on your mortgage or your car loan, with the regular credit card company, every little thing that moves out there can cause them to raise your interest rate or to lower it without you knowing it. And also, your payment just changes. And you say, oh, I guess it's because I bought something or whatever. You don't pay attention to it. Whereas on the house loan, it's what it is, and you pay the same amount every month. So those are the kinds of credit that the credit bureaus check. They check each one to see what kind of a loan they are, and they also see how much you owe, how much you've increased them, how much you've paid off each one of them every month. And from that, they have their magic scores, and they decide whether you're doing a good job or whether you're doing a kind of mediocre job, or whether you're doing the worst job in the world, or whether you're never going to be able to pay them off. So all of the lenders try to look at all 3 of them so that one can't say, get it in for you, he's not going to pay it, so the devil with this. Or they make a mistake, they have something wrong on there, they get you mixed up with somebody else with your similar name, and what do? They add that to your account, and all of a sudden you're either making a whole lot of money or you aren't making any money. And that, by the way, is the other part that's so weird. They don't care how much money you have. What they care about is how much can your income, your current income, support. So if you were Donald Trump and you were on a salary, and all you took every month was, say, $3,000 from your salary, your credit following this would probably be based on the $3,000. He's got $3,000 a month. He can pay out so much. That's what he's going to get, So there's one company that's called FICO, F-I-C-O. And FICO stands for, it stands for Fair Isaac Corporation. That's what it says. Isaac, I-S-A-A-C, Fair Isaac Corporation. Now, nobody seems to know who Isaac is, but nevertheless, that's what the name of the company is. And so they use their acronym, which is FICO. FICO goes out every month and it gets a report from each one of those credit bureaus about each one of you and me. And they check to see what's going on with you. And they give another score. And they go through, and I'm going to read to you what they do. They check and see how you did with your payments this month. They check the history. How you been doing? You've had this card for 12 years, and you've been paying it perfectly every month of the world? Well, that's good. You got a new one? Uh-oh. What's you got a new one for? Then they have the new credit apps, of course. And they have the types of credit that you have, which is revolving or standard. And then they take all that and stick it together, and they decide whether or not how good you're doing in each one of those areas. How's he doing with his payments? Pays them right on time. Boy, he's really doing good. He's doing excellent. How's he doing with his house? Oh, he never missed a payment. He's doing excellent there too. But, oh, wait a minute. He applied for another credit card. You may have applied for the credit card that you can get, say, $5 or $6 or $8 or $10,000 free interest for 18 to 24 months. And you take that money, which, by the way, they require you to do, and you apply it to one of your credit cards that you owe that much on. So your payments go down over there. You don't make payments over here, and your the amount that you owe remains equal. One would think that way that your credit would be better than it had been, because now you have the same $4,000, but now you're not paying any interest on it. The payments are not being collected or charged for a whole year and a half or 2 years. Why didn't your credit go up? You used your head, but it doesn't. You get penalized for those. Oh? Yeah, you do. So, before you ever do one of those things, the best idea is to decide how much you really want to be bothered with all that. I'm Bill Cherry. That's my lesson of the day. I hope you liked it. If you're interested in talking to me or whatever, or you want to see my website, it's real easy to remember. It's WSCherry, CHERRY, .com, WSCherry.com. And there's a lot of stuff on there. And I also have a lot of these little bits posted on YouTube. You can check for me there as well. Bye-bye. Enjoyed talking to you. I hope you learned something. I did today.